Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello and welcome everybody. Let me just cue my slides up. Okay. First thing is that I get asked very often, what is a dashboard? And to me, this is a difficult question to answer because there's no actual definition of a dashboard. There's no right or wrong way to build a dashboard. To me, what a dashboard is, it provides a visual summary of what I call the key metrics or the key performance indicators upon which a business or a team or a project is measured. And from an HR point of view, there's so many different areas to HR. What you need to do is think about how you could use what I teach you today. Take away concepts and principles. What I'll do is I'll start by showing you a few sample dashboards just to give you a few ideas as to the sort of things that you could do with Excel. But ultimately, it's down to what you want the dashboard to look like, what information you want displayed on the dashboard, or if you're building the dashboard for somebody else, what they want on the dashboard. Now, there is no command in Excel to create a dashboard. You won't find anything on the ribbon to create a dashboard. Creating a dashboard simply involves knowing about some or all of the functionality that is on that slide there. So tables and pivot charts, slicers and filters, formulas and formatting. To me, those are the key things that you would need to know about when you're putting a dashboard together. And to that end, that's what I'm going to focus on today. So really what we're doing is we're looking at how to use that functionality within Excel, but with a focus on building a dashboard rather than me just showing you this is how to use this functionality. I'll be using Excel 2016 for the demo, but much of what I show you will also work in the other versions of Excel. So if you've got 2013 or if you've got 2010 or even if you've got 2007, you should get a benefit out of this session. And with that, what I will do is I will switch to my screen sharing, if you bear with me a second, and get my chat panel and get my Q&A panel positioned on my screens. Okay, so there we go. Right, so you should be able to see my screen. If you have questions during the session, then please feel free to ask. You've got, or you should have, access to the Q&A panel and possibly the chat panel via buttons up on your WebEx toolbar at the top of the screen. So although we can leave a bit of time towards the end of the session for Q&A, if anything comes to mind, if you want to ask anything during the session, then please feel free to ask. Just put your questions in those Q&A panels, and I can either answer them there and then or find a convenient time to answer them. Okay, I'm going to start by just going through a few completed dashboards. Now, I did send these demo files through to Training Doyens, and they should have made their way through to you by email. If they haven't, then they can either be sent through to you afterwards. Training Doyens should have a copy of them, or I'll give you my email address at the end and you can contact me and I'll send them to you, because they're quite useful just to give you some ideas as to how my dashboards have been created. But this first one, is a headcount reduction dashboard. So like many companies, this is a made-up company, and this is last year, but imagine that it's this year. They are going through a headcount reduction program, and so we have a list of, I think there's 3,000 people in this list, their employee ID, their name, their gender, so on and so on, when they're going to be leaving. And we've been asked to produce a dashboard from that data. So this is the dashboard I came up with. So I've got a summary area which shows the total number of leavers, how much salary we would save per year because we're not paying those people a salary, how many people have left year to date. So let's imagine that today is a certain day within 2017 and the salary saving to date. and then we've got